Night of Chaos, when Kerala's festival elephant turned violent. Chapter 1. Night of Celebration. Kerala, in southern India, is a land of color, music, and devotion. Festivals here are legendary. Processions filled with drummers, dancers, and sacred rituals carried deep into the night. On this night in 2019, thousands gathered beneath a sky blazing with fireworks and torches. The air was thick with incense, the rhythm of chenda drums pounding like thunder. At the heart of the celebration stood the elephants. Draped in golden ornaments and silk coverings, they carried deities on their backs, towering over the crowd like living temples. For centuries, elephants have been the pride of Kerala festivals, symbols of majesty, strength, and divinity. But in this moment of devotion, another truth lingered in the shadows. These were not statues. They were living giants, each weighing more than 4 tons. And in the pressure of firelight, noise, and chaos, divinity could transform into destruction. Chapter 2. Sacred Giants. The Asian elephant is one of the most intelligent and powerful animals on Earth. Standing nearly 3 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing up to 5 tons, it is a creature of immense strength. Yet its movements are surprisingly silent. Broad padded feet absorb sound as it walks, allowing the giant to pass almost unnoticed. Its trunk is a marvel of evolution, a single organ with more than 40,000 muscles, capable of uprooting a tree or plucking a single flower. Its tusks are both tools and weapons, ivory spears that can dig, lift, or impale. Its ears, though smaller than those of its African cousins, fan the air and radiate heat, keeping the animal cool in the tropical sun. But beyond its body lies its mind. Elephants are social, emotional, and intelligent. They remember paths through forests for decades. They grieve their dead, pausing at the bones of fallen relatives. They communicate through deep rumbles that travel through the ground for kilometers, a hidden language of vibrations. In India, elephants are woven into culture and religion, symbols of wisdom and strength. At festivals, they are adorned as living deities, but their biology carries another truth. They are still wild animals. Males in musth are flooded with testosterone, their behavior unpredictable, their aggression heightened. Even the calmest elephant can shift in seconds if overwhelmed by noise, fire, or confinement. On festival nights, when drums thunder and fireworks split the sky, the sacred giants stand among humans not as statues, but as living forces of nature. Chapter 3. Crowds in the Dark. The festival ground was alive with energy. The crowd pressed tighter, thousands of bodies swaying in rhythm to drums. Vendors shouted, selling sweets and flowers. Fireworks cracked above, showering sparks into the smoke-filled sky. But amid the celebration, tension simmered. Elephants shifted restlessly, their ears flicking, trunks swinging. For them, the lights were blinding, the drums deafening, the smells overwhelming. One elephant began to sway more violently. Its eyes darted, its trunk curled and uncurled in agitation. The mahout tugged on its chain, whispering commands. But in the confusion of night, with music and fire everywhere, the animal's patience thinned. The line between sacred ritual and raw instinct was about to snap. Chapter 4. Sparks of Panic. The breaking point came suddenly. A firecracker exploded too close, sending a burst of light and sound into the elephant's path. The animal flinched, then reared its head. Its ears flared wide, its trunk shot upward, trumpeting into the night. The crowd cheered, mistaking it for part of the spectacle. But the mahouts knew better. They shouting commands, pulling at chains. The elephant tossed its head, golden ornaments clattering. Its massive body shook with rage. In that moment, centuries of domestication dissolved. The festival no longer held a sacred giant, it held a wild animal in panic. Chapter 5. Rampage in the Night. The rampage began with terrifying speed. The elephant threw its mahout from its back, the man tumbling to the ground like a rag doll. Then the giant charged. Chains snapped taut and broke. The crowd scattered, but not fast enough. People screamed as the elephant plowed forward, trampling stalls, overturning barricades. Bodies fell. 17 people were injured in minutes, trampled, struck, or thrown aside like toys. The drums stopped. The music fell silent. Only the trumpeting of the elephant and the cries of the injured filled the night. Panic spread like fire. Parents grabbed children, the elderly stumbled, and the crowd surged outward in chaos. Chapter 6. Flight and Fear. The festival ground became a stampede. Shoes, bags, and prayer offerings were abandoned on the dirt as thousands fled. Torches fell, igniting patches of dry cloth and bamboo stalls. Smoke mixed with dust, choking the air. In the frenzy, people climbed walls, broke through fences, anything to escape the thrashing giant. The elephant swung its trunk, knocking men aside, then raised its forelegs, slamming down with earth-shaking force. Some sought shelter in nearby houses. Others ducked under carts or pressed into alleyways. But fear lingered even beyond the square. Every trumpet blast echoed through the town like a warning. The sacred beast was loose. For the mahouts and volunteers, there was only one task: contain the animal before it killed again. But how do you stop 5 tons of fear and fury in the middle of a human sea? Chapter 7. The Tamed Untamed. Hours of training. Years of handling, chains and hooks. All of it seemed meaningless. For the elephant, instinct had taken over. No prayers, no rituals, no golden ornaments could disguise what it truly was, one of the most powerful land animals on Earth. This was not a predator, yet it had become more dangerous than any tiger or lion. Its strength was overwhelming, its unpredictability terrifying. And unlike a wild animal in the forest, this elephant rampaged in the center of human celebration. In India, more than 400 people die each year from elephant encounters. Most are accidents in villages, where elephants raid crops or stumble into homes. The very animals meant to embody peace and divinity had turned into engines of destruction. Chapter 8. Aftermath under the stars. By midnight, the chaos finally ebbed. The elephant was restrained, lured away with food and commands once its rage subsided. The injured were carried to hospitals, 17 in total, some with broken bones, others scarred for life. The ground was littered with debris, overturned carts, blood-stained clothes, shattered ornaments once meant to honor the gods, families huddled, weeping, shaken. The festival ended not in triumph, but in terror. In the days that followed, debate erupted. Should elephants continue to be part of these festivals? For many, they are tradition, identity, devotion. But for others, they are ticking time bombs, giants forced into an unnatural role, bound until fear makes them explode. The night of chaos in Kerala was not the first, and it would not be the last. Closing when sacred turns savage. The elephant is more than muscle. It is intelligence, memory, and spirit. For centuries, people have revered it as sacred, as a vessel of the divine. But reverence does not erase reality. Beneath the gold and silk lies a wild animal, one that can never be fully tamed. On that night in Kerala, divinity collided with instinct. The same creature worshipped in temples became an unstoppable force of fear. It was not malice, it was panic, magnified by size and power. The lesson is stark. When humans push nature into the confines, we gamble with control. And when control slips, even for a moment, the sacred can become savage,